Welcome back to Mariners Live here on FSN. First pitch in about 9 minutes as we continue to salute the fans tonight. Fan Appreciation Night. One lucky fan's going to walk away with a 52-inch television, autographed jerseys, and other gifts all game long. Should be a lot of fun for the fans. Hopefully the Mariners will win their fourth straight. Ian Snell on the mound, looking to impress Don Wakamatsu and Jack Zarenzik one last time. He's having a good time as he warms up out there in center field. He should. He's pitched really well of late, and again, 1-0 lifetime against Texas. And he's trying to impress the fans as well. It's our fan pulse question tonight. Vote for Ian Snell. That's what he's saying. What young pitcher impressed you the most in 09? We're not counting Felix, remember. 53% agree with Mr. Kruger and say the lefty Ryan Mullins-Smith, followed by Pfister and Mr. Ian Snell. Time now to continue to listen to Bill Kruger, the Northwest Sports Store's keys to the game.
I guess I've got some credibility. All right, let's get after the keys. Swing along with me. Well, that's kind of what Ian Snell needs. He needs an aggressive team to kind of allow him to get in the count and use that great movement and that great off-speed stuff. Hopefully Texas is going to have that aggressive posture and allow Snell to get it rolling tonight. Let's see him pitch 7 innings. Number 2, tee it high and let it fly. Now, Brad, I know you like that one. But this is more about Brandon McCarthy's ability to give up the long ball. He gave up 3 in the last time out against the Mariners. He's a high ball pitcher. Let's see if he can get in the right count and see some long balls tonight. Last but not least, sneak attack. That's what we're going to do to the Rangers. They're 3 up with 3 to play. Mariners can sweep. This is the start of that.
I like that, the sneak attack. You think they know that?
They may not.
I hope not. They're watching the show, they do, but hope we didn't just blow it right there. But anyway, all right, I like the theory, I like the thought, I like the keys as always. Up to the broadcast booth, Dave Niehaus, Mike Blowers. We like these guys always as well. And Dave, you had an interesting kind of subplot to the series. Just this little sweep here. Mariners finished tied for second.
First thing I want to say is you have no idea how much we're going to miss the keys after Sunday. Highlight of the show, really. Great job, Bill, all year long. Speaking of sneak attacks, it's a fact. If the Mariners can sneak up on them and win 3 in a row, they'll grab second place along with Texas, just a share of it.
And that's something that the guys have been talking about for the last couple of weeks. Second place is something that they would like to do. Of course, they have to win game 1. Ian Snell going tonight, but they're going to have to come out and play some good baseball. The Rangers have struggled lately. Everybody knows that, but I'm sure the Mariners would love to get into second.
Everybody is wondering, is this going to be Junior's last weekend? Is it going to be his last week in the major leagues? If it is, it's been quite a week, and it all began on Tuesday.
And again, Ken Griffey Jr. this year has provided a lot of different things for the Mariners, including this, some home runs. Take a look at this home run on Tuesday night. No doubt about it when he hit, it gives the Mariners an early lead.
Well, along came Wednesday. Same result.
Same result, different area, though. This one dead center field. He hit this ball a long ways on a cool night here at Safeco Field, but another home run for Ken Griffey Jr.
And then came last night when he snuck up on me, and he got me.
And I think this is another home run in itself, too. Terrific job by Junior sneaking up in the booth. Nice-looking legs there, too, Dave.
That was back in 1991, I am told, down at the old ballpark in Arizona in Tempe. Okay, let's look at tonight's pitching matchup. Ian Snell, absolutely fabulous against Toronto.
He was. He's been really good in his last 3 outings, actually. He's thrown the ball extremely well. I think what they would like to see out of him is try to work a little bit deeper into the game. He's been working on that, been much better with his pitch counts as far as getting into the games. But this guy has good stuff, no question about it. It's just a matter of whether he can command it or not. The Rangers probably a good matchup for Ian.
Yeah, and Brandon McCarthy gets a call for Texas. Not a bad pitcher. He can give up some length.
He really can. And again, you have to get him up in the strike zone, and that's going to take some patience for the Mariners hitters. If they can, he will give up the long ball.
All right, Fan Appreciation Night, a little on the chilly side here tonight on this final Friday of baseball in the Northwest. Good to have you with us. Back with the ball game, the Mariners and the Rangers, right after this. It is Fan Appreciation Night here at Safeco Field, the final Friday of baseball. And just moments ago, the Seattle Mariners came out of the dugout. This is the first game of the final series with the Texas Rangers and saluted the fans. Everybody coming out and tipping their caps to a crowd of around 25 to 30,000 here this evening, and a lot of fine prizes are going to be given away. The Mariners at least have a chance. They've got a chance to finish in a tie with the Texas Rangers for second spot in the West, but it has to begin tonight with a win because they must sweep. Let's look at the lineups.
Thank you, Dave. For the Mariners, that leads things off. It'll be Ichiro, then Gutierrez, Lopez, Ken Griffey Jr. back in the lineup. He's been the hot hitter so far on the homestand. He will hit fourth. Beltre, Karp, Moore, Saunders, and Josh Wilson, the shortstop, hits ninth. And for Ron Washington and the Texas Rangers, Bourbon, Young, Murphy, Bird, Kinsler, Davis, Jones, Teagarden, the young catcher, hits eighth, and Omar Vizquel, welcome back to Seattle. He will hit ninth. Take a look at the numbers for Ian Snell this year. 5 wins in just the 11 starts, 58 innings pitched for him. And the defense behind him tonight, Saunders, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. Across the infield will be Beltre, Josh Wilson, Lopez, and Mike Karp at first. And doing the catching tonight, Adam Moore.
All right, son, we shall get this thing underway here on this Friday night. A very cool evening here in the Northwest. Indeed, we are in October, as this is the 2nd of October, and the Mariners wearing their dark tops with their white pants here this evening. And a big thank you, of course, out there beyond the bag at second base. That's been put out there by the groundskeepers. The Mariners have had a very good year, as you know. They're trying to finish the year on a high note. They certainly started it off with a 3-game sweep with the Oakland A's.
Well, it's been a nice homestand for them, but now they're at the point where this is what they wanted. They talked about it on the road, talking to some of the guys. They would like to get into second place with the Rangers, Dave. They need to win all 3 games to do that.
All right, here we go as the Rangers coming off a big win down in Anaheim to keep from being swept in that 4-game series, as Julio Bourbon, the rookie center fielder, leads it off, and a strike is called. We are underway. Andy Fletcher is the man making the ball and strike calls tonight. And there's another one right at the knees on 56 degrees here as we begin play this evening. And Snell down in the dirt with that one. Adam Moore getting his second consecutive start behind the plate. Adam not only had a base hit, but he had his first Major League stolen base in last night's ball game. And that's going to be off the end of the bat, back into the stands, down the third baseline. Tomorrow night, Ryan Roland Smith will get his final start against Tommy Hunter, who pitched a complete game against the Mariners and beat them back in Arlington. And then Felix, of course, will get his last start on Sunday. Kids Appreciation Day. 1-2 pitch is fouled away. 95 miles an hour. On Sunday, we'll be with you at 12:30. CC Sabathia going for his 20th of the year tonight. He won't get it. The Yankees are down 12-1.
And then, of course, Zach Greinke will go tomorrow against the Minnesota Twins in a big game for the Twins.
That's right, because Detroit losing and Minnesota winning, and that's down to 1 game. Strike 3 call on the inside corner. So Bourbon left at the gate, and here comes Michael Young, who has just killed the Mariners all year long. The Mariners escaped his wrath the last time we were in Texas a couple of weeks ago when we had so much rain. But he's back healthy and playing now. .396 a batting average, against the Mariners this year with 5 home runs.
And the majority of those home runs going to right field. So we'll see how Ian Snell wants to attack him. Good fastball away from him. Michael Young having the type of year, I don't think there's any question he would have ended up with 200 hits had he not gotten hurt. 172 hits on the year for him, but he's hitting .323.
Nice slider. 1-2. And that's foul down the right field line. There's another race going on in Major League Baseball rather than the central race in the American League, and that's to see who's going to win the National League West. We know that the Dodgers and the Colorado Rockies will both be in the tournament, but the Rockies still with a chance to win the West.
Just 2 games back coming into today's game against the Dodgers. And of course, they're starting that series down in Los Angeles.
Amazingly, the schedule maker comes up with huge games, doesn't he?
At the end,
Usually at the end, yeah.
What do you think? Jim Tracy wins Manager of the Year over in the National League?
He's got my vote.
I think so too. Did a nice job for the Rockies this year.
And that's low and inside ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And on deck, David Murphy. One of those nights when the ball might be a little slick because of the temperature. And just another base hit. That's amazing for Michael Young against the Mariners.
Take a look at it. Hits this ball hard into left field. No stride. Nice short swing by Michael Young. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Ian Snell has a good fastball going tonight, but he hits this ball hard out to left. Michael Saunders will get it back in.
And here's David Murphy. Texas, of course, lives by the long ball, although they do not have the most home runs in the league coming into this game. They have 224 of them. The Yankees began to play with 241 home runs. Murphy takes down low and outside, and Moore will run it out and have a chat with the right-hander. Speaking of home runs, isn't that amazing that the new Yankee Stadium, they had at least 1 home run in every game at New Yankee Stadium this year, with the exception of 1.
Really?
They swing and a high pop-up outside of third, and coming over Beltre, and he'll make the catch. So 2 down. That one game was in June when they waited 5.5 hours to play the Washington Nationals on June the 18th. It was the only game which was not at least 1 home run hit there.
You know, did they get a full 9 innings in that game?
I don't know. They waited 5.5 hours to start.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Here's Marlon Byrd, who's got a little bit of a hip problem. A right hip problem. Didn't play yesterday. And that is down low. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. Slider away.
3-0.
White Sox, who picked up Jake Peavy from San Diego at the trading deadline, didn't get much out of him this year. But they got a lot out of him tonight. They got a shutout out of Peavy.
Did he go all the way? Do you know? I saw him still pitching in the 8th inning.
I believe he did. And the pitch is down low, so a 4-pitch walk to Marlon Byrd. I'm not exactly sure he went all the way. He'd thrown over 100 pitches when he went into the dugout after 8. May not have. And Ian Kinsler, with his 7-game hitting streak, stepping up to the plate. The Texas Rangers this year, 3-3 here in Seattle. Overall, they've won 10 and lost 6 against the Mariners. And time called again, so Adam Moore is going to go out and for the second time have a visit with Ian Snell. Peavy went 8 innings.
8 innings, okay. I'm sure that visit by Adam Moore, now that there's a runner at second base, they wanted to be certain of the signs. They go through a series of signs, so Adam Moore and Ian Snell were making sure that they were on the same page.
Snell down low with a breaking ball.
I think that's the one thing that we've seen out of Snell that's been pretty consistent, wouldn't you say, Dave, that when he's missing down.
Which is good.
Yeah, that's absolutely good. Get a lot of ground balls pitching down in that area. Give you a chance.
And that was low, too. 2-0, so look out here. Kinsler's got himself a nice fastball count.
31 home runs on the year for Kinsler.
Fastball swung on, and he got to pop it up. And going out making the call, the Mariners shortstop Josh Wilson, and that will be that. A little bit of a threat by the Rangers here in the first, but that's all. They lead 2. Good to have you with us on closing weekend. The Mariners coming up.
Lopez, Griffey, Beltre, Carp, Moore, Saunders, and then Wilson will hit 9th.
Brandon McCarthy looking to win his 8th. And Ichiro, a towering pop-up on the first pitch. Play out there for the shortstop. Omar Vizquel. Omar Vizquel, at the age of 42, has a desire to become a matador. There's the real batting order.
There it is. Ichiro, Gutierrez, Lopez, Griffey, Beltre, Carp, Moore, Saunders, and Wilson will hit 9th.
Strike on the outside corner of the Seattle chapter of the Baseball Writers Association giving their annual awards out just prior to this ball game. And a swing and a line drive foul down the left field line. I think one should have been created for this guy. What a year he's had. He didn't win anything, but they had the, what was it, the Heart and Hustle Award.
Jose
Lopez. Felix, of course, was the pitcher of the year. Ichiro was the MVP. Swing and a miss. Down he goes.
Maybe the most consistent player award.
He's been one of them.
Yeah, he has.
And then the Unsung Hero Award. That went to Sean White, deservedly so, and you won the first Unsung Hero Award, huh?
Yeah, it's nice to see another Husky. Sean White went to the University of Washington like I did. It's nice to see him win it, but I did. I won the first one.
What year's that?
I think in '93.
Here's Lopey, and Lopez takes high. Play. Lanky right-hander's delivery is too high that time. 80-mile changeup. Not a slider, though. Lopez has had himself a great offensive year. 25 home runs, 93 RBIs. Okay, down he goes, and 1, 2, 3, this Mariner answer in the bottom half of the first. So we go to the second inning of play. Mariners, Rangers, no score.
The capital of the Northwest.
And welcome back to Safeco Field. Dave Niehaus along with Mike Flowers moving into the second inning of play. And Chris Davis, the designated hitter in the scheme of things tonight for Ron Washington. Man who's got a lot of pop himself with 21 long balls, steps in. Fastball thrown right on by. 1-1 to count. And that's lined right to third. And Adrian Beltre takes care of that one.
A couple of good fastballs from Snell. You see the inside out swing by Davis, and Adrian Beltre, no problems there.
So Andrew Jones, man who's hit 388 home runs in his career. So with Atlanta, of course, takes down low and outside ball 1-1. Ball and no strikes. Looking at Beltre make that catch. You just kind of wonder if this is not his last weekend in a Mariner uniform.
Be a free agent at the end of the year, a few days. I think he'd like to come back. Just a matter of what the Mariners' plans are going to be.
Never seen anybody play a better third base.
I haven't either.
Doing two, and that praise coming from a pretty good third baseman himself, Mr. Blowers.
I think the thing that amazes me about him is, for a big man, how quick he is down to third base.
He makes the play on the swinging bunt about as well as anybody I've ever seen.
I would agree.
A little trickler down the third base line. You have to barehand it. And that breaking ball outside. Ball 3-2.
Well, Ian Snell, 24 pitches in the first. He's thrown 8 pitches here, and 16 balls, 16 strikes.
And away. So he lost him. Second base on balls. And Taylor Teagarden will be the hitter. Taylor Teagarden, the big catcher who hit his first major league home run against the Mariners last year. In his major league debut, as I recall, with his folks there at the ballpark.
That is right. He's been their backup catcher this year. Just 187 at bats for him on the year.
And a swing and a miss. I understand you were the most Googled man in America today. That's amazing.
I don't know why.
What has happened to you since that?
You
since
did
that,
it.
Huh?
You did
I
it.
didn't do it. All I did was call a home run. You predicted it. It's been unbelievable.
It's been quite a week, that's for sure.
National shows, cyberspace, you're the star of cyberspace. It's been fun.
It's the little things. It just turned into a big thing, you know.
Yeah.
Never know.
And that's hit into the gap, but a lot of air under it, and Ichiro's not going to be able to get to it. It'll take a hop and go over the wall out there, so that will save a run as Teagarden has a ground rule double, and Andrew Jones will not be able to score from first base. But just like that, the Rangers have runners at second and third with only one man down.
Teagarden hits this ball hard into the gap. Ichiro playing fairly deep, had no chance to get back in. It'll bounce hard off the warning track, go into the seats. And you're right, Dave, that saved the Mariners a run.
So here's Omar. Be alive for the bunt here. He's a master of the bunt in this situation. I'm not going to say it's going to be a suicide squeeze. I don't expect that in the second inning. But he can lay the bunt down and instead pops this one up outside of third and out of play. But he wants to learn how to be a matador.
A matador?
A matador. He wants to learn bullfighting. Go down to his native Venezuela and take courses on how to turn into El Cordobés. Maybe the most famous bullfighter of all.
Okay.
And a slow ground ball to third. That'll get the run in. And Myers thrown out, picking up his 14th RBI. 1-0. Texas. And Julio Bourbon will be the hitter.
With all the things that you have done and traveled in your life, you ever seen a real one?
Oh, yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen bullfights. Julio Bourbon struck out lucky in the first inning.
Is that when you were spending time with Mr. Argyris?
No.
When he was an ambassador to Spain?
I did go by the Plaza Monumental there, which is, I think, the largest bull ring in the world in Madrid. But I saw mine in Tijuana.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One ball and one strike to count. And also when I was in Spain, went to the walled old city of Toledo. And they have a huge bull ring there, too. It's their national sport, really. There's a base hit rifled into center field. So Teagarden is around third. The throw to the plate is going to not quite be in time. To Bourbon. Singles in Teagarden, and it's 2-0.
Solid base hit by Bourbon. Just shoots it right back up the middle again. Like a lot of the Ranger hitters, not much of a stride. Gutierrez has a strong arm, but a great jump by Teagarden just beats the throw to home.
And Michael Young, who blistered a line drive into left field for a hit in the first inning. For his second time in as many innings. And they're going to try and get on the same page one more time as Adam Moore goes out to the mound to talk to Snell.
And he had 42 pitches now with 2 outs here in the second inning.
He'll get Bourbon back down on his belly over there at first base as Bourbon had just begun to take his lead. And an easy pop up this time. So Young should be handled and will be handled by Mr. Lopez, making the routine pop up catch at second base. And as we go to the bottom half of the second, Rangers draw a 2 in the top half and lead it 2-0. Well, the roof being extended here as Junior steps in and takes a strike to begin the bottom half of the second inning. Sitting on 629 home runs.
A lot of people today, Dave, were asking me how surprised you were that he was up in the booth.
I'm completely surprised. No idea he's going to be up here. 1-2. I'm trying to find out where he got that picture. I don't have any idea where he got that picture. And foul, I believe. Yeah. Just a little bit out in front of him.
He's been on a pretty good run his last couple games. He's hit home runs. 18 home runs on the year for him.
And a change. Down it goes on strikes. And that's 3 strikeouts in a row now for Bradley McCarthy. And Adrian Beltre will be the hitter.
McCarthy has a good changeup going tonight. Take a look at this last pitch to Junior. Out in front of it. Nice job by Teagarden to block the ball and put the tag on him.
Adrian with a home run last night, and a little bit of a landmark home run for him. It was number 250 in his career, as that's going to make its way, I believe, into the seats at well. Knocked down with his bare hand, picked up with his glove, and throws low, and still out at first base.
Take a look at it. He'll knock it down. It's over there in pretty good shape, and it makes a bad throw, throws it right into the dirt. But Andrew Jones, the 10-time Gold Glove center fielder, does a nice job of picking that ball out of the dirt over at first base.
Brandon McCarthy, 26 years of age. Originally, of course, with the Chicago White Sox. White Sox have manhandled Detroit tonight. Outside corner.
Colorado with an early lead over the Dodgers, 2-0 in the second.
Hart lines it into the corner down the right field line. Going to go for extra bases. I believe Mike will hold after a wide turn at first base, and probably wisely so. Good play out there by Marlon Byrd as he got on that ball in a hurry.
Marlon Byrd played a lot of center field for the Rangers this year. Gets over there in a hurry. Park thought about it, as this ball looked like it was headed for the corner. But Byrd with good speed gets over there and cuts it off, makes a strong throw back into second base, and Karp has to pull up. You're right, he would have been out for sure. Nice play by Byrd.
Adam Moore had his first home run, major league home run on Wednesday, is up at the plate now, taking outside. Ball one ball on no strikes. One on one. little bit low. Game 160. Where has the year gone? And that's too far inside. 3-1. Full count. We mentioned last night the Mariners have had 22 different players hit home runs this year. Mike Carp will be taking off here. And another back behind home plate.
That tells me that Don Wakamatsu has juggled a lot of lineups this year. You have 22 different players hit a home run for you.
And again, hanging tough. Adam Moore. Since the 1st of September, Mariners have the best home record in Major League Baseball. 9-2. And that's also going to make its way back into the stands. Some 25, 26, maybe 27,000 here on Fan Appreciation Night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is a 6:10 start. We'll be with you an hour earlier. 6:10 tomorrow. 1:10 on closing day. The first pitch. And that swung on, and a one-hopper hit to second. And Kinsler throws out Adam Moore. So the Mariners leave Carp out there on the bases. When we come back, it'll be Murphy, Bird, and Kinsler. 2-0 Texas. Good question. We want to know. I don't want to know, but the guy who does those things wants to know. Whose home run produced the Yankees win with their decisive 5th run in their 78 playoff game with the Red Sox. Bucky Dent's 3-1 shot gave New York a 3-2 lead in the top of the 7th. But who produced the decisive Fifth run. Whose home run? Was it Lou?
Nope.
Do you know? Was it you? No, not 78. You know who it was?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
One ball wants to. By the way, Lou had a heck of a game that.
Did he?
Yeah, playing right field as I recall it. Fenway Park made a great catch in that game. The hitter is David Murphy, and the count has gone to 2-1.
Mr. October.
Okay. Reggie?
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yeah. That was during the time when I was, as a kid, really into baseball. And I remember that series. I remember a lot of baseball then. I watched it as much as I could.
And that's also going to make its way down the left field line. Still a very popular guy. Hall of Fame weekend, as you can imagine. Back at Cooperstown, Reggie Jackson, everybody wanted to get his autograph. And he signs his balls if you ask him. Mr. October.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he was here, wasn't he, when the Yankees were in town the last time? I believe I saw him down on the field.
Still works for him. Reggie has an incredible collection of vintage cars.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of times where they have those auctions and he's there.
Lost him. So Murphy, the third walk in as many innings. And Snell beginning to work himself into a high pitch count here early in this ball game. He's already over 50.
51 pitches with nobody out in the third. One of the walks last inning ended up coming around and scoring.
And that's lined into left field for a base hit. So Murphy will move down to second as Marlon Byrd singles sharply into left. And here is Mr. Kinsler, riding a 7-game hitting streak. Rick on his way out to the mound. Done a great job this year, hasn't he?
Done a terrific job this year. John Wetland out in the bullpen.
Every time you hear Wakamatsu in a press conference talking about different things, you almost inevitably hear the term belief system. And the delivery to Kinsler. And a butt in the air, and it's Howard dropped there. And the throw to first base, it'll go as a sacrifice. It wasn't dropped, it just never got out to the mound. So sacrifice 1-3. And so today, in my daily chat with him, I got into what the belief system really was, and he pointed out to me that, you know, baseball, after all, is a game of failure more than success.
That is absolutely true.
3 hits and 10 at-bats will probably get you in the Hall of Fame or close to it.
Or look at it the other way, maybe 7 outs.
Yeah, that's right. Chris Davis takes down low and inside, ball 1 ball and no strikes. And his belief system is basically believing in yourself, the power of positive thinking, and believing you can do it. Ichiro has a great belief system, for example, as does Junior.
And Felix.
And Felix. All the good ones have that system. of believing in themselves, and they cast aside the negatives. It makes sense.
And I think that when Don showed up at spring training coming into the situation here in Seattle, which was a struggle last year, he was talking about that from back then, all the way back into spring training. Been very consistent with that.
Chris Davis takes a little bit outside, 2-1. Over at third base is Murphy. And there's Marlon Byrd down at second. Rangers already leading it by a score of 2-1. And a base hit to left field. That's going to pick up one more. And Byrd will move on to third base. And it's 3-0. Still only one man down.
Well, take a look at it. Another nice piece of hitting. He lined out to Beltre his first time up, but goes to left field again, picks up an RBI.
Still needs a ground ball here. He needs a double play ball. Outside. Pitching himself into a hole, falling behind the hitters now. Jason Vargas is up here in the third.
It's just amazing how many times leadoff walks will come around and score, isn't it?
It is.
Holds so true.
Double play ball, maybe. There's one. And the relay to first in time. Just what the doctor ordered as far as Ian Snell is concerned. And only one comes across here in the third. It's 3-0 Texas. One to the bottom of the third. If the invitation is extended here, I think pretty shortly after the season is over. I know the invitation is extended, whether or not he wants to come back or not remains to be seen. To 2-0 on Michael Saunders. Good one. And a one hopper onto the outfield grass goes Kinsler. to take care of it with the answer to our Aflac trivia question. Here's the question. This home run gave the Yankees their decisive 5th run in the 78 playoff game. Mike nailed it. Reggie Jackson, a solo home run in the top half of the 8th inning. Josh Wilson, the Mariners' shortstop, is the hitter, taking down low and outside.
So far, McCarthy's had a pretty easy time of it. Just giving up the 1 hit to the Mariners.
Left it up.
Yeah, he hung that last one. Josh with a pretty aggressive swing at it. 79 miles an hour up out of the zone.
Fastball in the 90-mile-an-hour range. It's doesn't look like it has a heck of a lot of movement to it.
Doesn't tonight. I think his changeup has been his best pitch.
And there's a slider or a curveball, probably a curveball, and down on strikes is Josh Wilson. 4 Ks now. 4 strikeouts for McCarthy. Ichiro hitting .377 at Safeco Field this year. .221 hits, and he takes a strike. And with his hit in the first inning yesterday, he became the only player in Major League history to record at least 5 seasons of at least 220 hits. He stands alone. Briefly sharing the record with Rogers Hornsby, and Jesse Burkett. And won the count. And a line drive snared at second base by Ian Kinsler, right on the button. So here in the 3rd, 1-2-3. The Mariners try. We go to the 4th inning of play, and the Rangers leading it 3-0.
As is the case in most baseball games, it's about the pitching. Brandon McCarthy's been very sharp here. Ian Snell, not so sharp, and hence Texas has a lead.
Yeah, I mean, Ian Snell right here in the fourth inning has already thrown 60 pitches to get through it. A couple of walks, 3 walks for him in the game. You're going to have to stay away from that when you're going against the Rangers, just because they like to hit the long ball. Eventually they can catch up to you, but out of those 3 walks, 2 of them have scored so far, dude.
Not a good sign. Texas, the number 2 home run hitting team behind the Yankees in the American League. Surprisingly, just 11th in the league with a 260 batting average, but they've banged out 224 home runs. Teagard 0-2. Notice even the first hitter, Bourbon. Snell got ahead 0-2 and started nibbling, and then he eventually struck him out looking. Got behind Michael Young, got behind Marlon Byrd, and a walk, and disposes of Teagard here for first out. But it seems like when the put-away pitch doesn't happen until with that now being the second strikeout.
Well, you're right, and I think that he starts to work off the plate, off the edges a little bit, as opposed to being more aggressive. And with the type of stuff that he has terrific stuff.
Omar Vizquel. They had a long meeting in the clubhouse today for the Texas Rangers. Did not get a chance to catch up with Omar to talk about news reports of his interest in becoming a bullfighter.
Mr. Niehaus was telling me that.
I look forward to try to catch him in the next day or two before the season. With a major question: why? Bull big, horns sharp. Pop to center, coming on hard is Gutierrez. He takes charge, makes the catch. 2 down here in the 4th Sunday. All of our young Mariner fans are going to be saluted at Kids Appreciation Day. Mariners Rangers game right here. Get ready for some incredible prizes that are only going to be given away to kids, including autographed jerseys, a 19-inch TV DVD combo, a Fender guitar, a 6-week ski or snowboard lesson package courtesy of Web Ski, and more. Plus, all kids take home a Moose poster thanks to Ivers and Kid Valley. Don't miss out. Get your tickets at Mariners.com. Top of the order, Julio Bourbon. Struck out looking, an RBI single today. Talking around Washington about this guy, that they like him, trying to give him as much opportunity to play. Plus, they've had more than their share of injuries with this Texas ball club. There's Wash. Boy, he was in jeopardy of losing his job in May. Matter of fact, I heard recently that they had all but pulled the trigger, and then they won a game on a Saturday. They won a game on a Sunday. They kept winning and said, well, I guess we'll have to call it off.
Sometimes the moves you don't make.
Correct.
Are the better ones.
There's Bourbon, opposite field hit. 2 outs here. Wash and Don Wakamatsu. Strong candidates, manager of the year in the American League. Two down here in the 4th. Here's Michael Young. Michael Young has made a habit of doing some damage against the Mariners this year. Entered tonight a .396 batting average against the Mariners. 5 homers. They're already 1 for 2 tonight.
That certainly is an exceptional average against the club, but overall, Young's just a really good player. He's hitting .323 on the season, so he's beating up on a few pitching staffs. Terrific hitter.
Popped up. These Angels, I mean, these Rangers come in having lost 3 of 4 at Anaheim. They won yesterday by a final of 11-3 behind Kevin Millwood. And one of
Ron Washington's problems with the ball club. He said all the young pitchers, hey, we're in a big game, and they tighten up. He said the only guy that really came through of late has been Millwood. Bouncing ball, Josh Wilson, short way Lopez hitting over. So Snell gives up a base hit here in the top of the fourth. Nothing but credit to the Rangers, who have a 3-0 lead. Been extended to cover Safeco Field. Fan appreciation night. Good to have all these fans. Pretty good, real good crowd here, as a matter of fact. Good to have you at home watching. 3-0 Rangers. 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Franklin Gutierrez, Lopez, and Griffey here in the fourth inning. Bouncing ball by Young. Rudy with an aggressive turn. Here he goes. He's going to go for it. Here's the play. He is in there with a double. Hustling out of the gate. That's what made that play happen. He beat the throw by David Murphy.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Take a look at it. This ball bouncing down the line. Gutierrez takes off right away. Knows he's going to have to get on it. Lee Tinsley, the first base coach, is even waving him around. You don't see that very often, but basically alerting him that Murphy's going to make a good play. And Murphy makes a strong throw. Quick tag by Kinsler. Franklin's able to get in there.
23rd double by Gutierrez. Use Greg Gibson, what they call. Here's Jose Lopez, club RBI leader with 93. Struck out his first time. Brandon McCarthy comes in with a record of 7-4, 4.47 ERA in 16 games. Not done well against the American League West. 2-7, 6.41 ERA and 2.87 batting average against. That is a fair ball, says Tim McClellan. Infield hit Lopez. Gutierrez holds at second, so the Mariners building something here in the fourth inning. Nobody out with runners at first and second.
Looks like it actually hits right on the line. Lopez hustling the whole way. Take another look at it. Right on the line. Michael Young, the third baseman, just tries to get rid of it quickly. Nothing on the throw, so Lopez beats it out easily.
Tim McClellan, the third base umpire down there, making the call. There's Ken Griffey Jr. struck out on a changeup. There have been 4 strikeouts by McCarthy. A couple of them on changes. Jr. sitting on 629 career home runs. 1-1. Jr. great reaction to that big blow-up photo of he and Dave Niehaus from 20-plus years ago. Change again, and a good one, 0-2. McCarthy was ahead 1-2. Junior's first at bat, leading off the second. Dropped the change on him, swung and missed. Time's called. Broken back towards the gap. Closing ground quickly as Marlon Byrd makes a strong throw to the cutoff man, Omar Vizquel. One out, two on here in the fourth inning. Catch all the action of the 2009 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins Wednesday with the division series on TBS. Here's Beltre. Tap back to the pitcher. Celebrated career home run number 250 last evening. Couple RBIs for Adrian last night. Home run and a single, 2 for 4. Right through the box. Center fielder Bourbon charging. The throw home for Gutierrez, not in time. Beltre with an RBI. 3-1 Rangers. Mariners on the board. For Beltre, his 44th RBI. Mike Maddox, the pitching coach, going out for conversation with McCarthy.
Nice solid base hit right back up the middle. Actually hits off of the mound going into center field. Slowed it down just a little bit. So Gutierrez is able to score easily.
Nice to see Beltre stinging the ball these last two nights. Gutierrez, good wheels, he scores. Franklin is 84th run scored. Ichiro leads the ball club with 87. Here's Mike Carp. Base hit to right last time up. Tying runs are aboard with one out. Carp representing the lead run. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Stopped by Teagard. McCarthy coming over in a 5-player trade from the White Sox back in December of '06. Gets away. Runners will move up. Teagard got a glove on that.
That'll be a pass ball. A pitch that Teagard certainly should have been able to handle. So the Mariners catch another break here. Take a look at it. It's the fastball that's inside and right off the edge of his glove. So the Mariners have an opportunity to pick up another run. Carp in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
In there for strike. Teagard's 5th pass ball of the season. 2-1 to Mike Carp. Carpy goes opposite field. That'll get a couple in. We got a tie ball game. Mike Carp, a 2 for 2 night. Picks up a couple of ribbons. New ball game at 3-3. Nice job by Mike Carp, and here we go. Start all over.
Well located pitch, and Carp does a nice job of just going with it, hitting out the left center field. Picks up a couple of RBIs. Nice piece of hitting by Mike Carp, who had pulled the ball his first time up.
5 men to the plate here in the 4th inning. 4 have reached. Lee Buckler to Adam Moore. Strike. Adam had a long at bat his first time up. A 9-pitch at bat, and then he grounded out the second in the inning. Second. 0-2. Some action out there. Vizquel, jump throw, got him. Wow. Some play by Little O. Some play.
It looked like he had a tough time getting it out of his glove, and I thought maybe Carpet beat it into second base. Awfully close.
Take a look at our Coors Light freeze can. Let's get a better look at what happened. Mr. Vizquel. That's a remarkable play, getting up in the air. And Carp's foot is near the bag, not on the bag, and hence second base umpire Greg Gibson called him out. 2 outs. Here's Saunders. He grounded out the second his first time. Was Dustin Nippert we saw in the bullpen. Hammered foul. Let's see Michael Saunders turning on that pitch. Talking to Darren Brown, manager of Tacoma, who's been up here with the big club since their season ended. And he had Michael Saunders down there and said, asked him about the home run power for Saunders. Still looking to get his first big league home run, but he said the home runs that he hit down in Tacoma, basically between right at the foul line and to right center, that was his alley.
That's okay. I mean, it shows that he has the ability to pull the ball. We saw when he went through his struggles up here that they were just pounding him inside. Was having a tough time with it, but he's starting to turn on pitches a little bit more.
He's gone. That ends the inning, but it's a good inning nonetheless for the Mariners. They put a 3 on the board to tie it at 3 against the Texas Rangers and Brandon McCarthy.
Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Clutch inning by the Mariners in the 4th inning. An RBI by Beltre, immediately followed by a 2-run single by Mike Carp, has given Ian Snell and the Mariners. Put them right back in a game at 3-3 against these Texas Rangers. Really fun looking at the numbers as you come into today's game. Fan appreciation night here. Mariners get a sweep. They tie the Texas Rangers for second place in the American League West. That was not, as I mentioned over on radio, none of my crystal ball. Nice to be in position to see the guys do that.
Well, it is, and it's nice that Ian Snell was able to get 3 runs to get himself right back into this game. So he can get a couple innings, a couple clean innings.
Well, Looper, Ichiro got a good jump. Coming on, makes the play. Got some coverage out there. David Murphy with that at bat now. 0 for 2, a walk and a run scored. That'll bring up Marlon Byrd. There's Snell. Rough beginning with the 24 pitches and 19 not great in the second inning. Starting to lock in a little bit better here. Byrd with a walk and a base hit to left. Had an interesting conversation with Skipper Wakamatsu in his office before the game with Dave Niehaus in there. We're talking about what do you want, some of the things you're looking forward for your guys to implement. And he said, listen, I like to see a lot of leg work, a lot of core work, and back work in terms of physical fitness. He said, if you look at Kurt Suzuki, what he has done with the Oakland Athletics is catching 150 games easily now. He said, a couple of years ago when Wak was in Oakland, and he didn't have the strength of the stamina as the season went along, and those are key ingredients for his money. Down the line, were they doing a lot of leg and core work during the year when you were playing?
Yeah, the guys. But you know, it's different because they have the ability to do that up here at the big league level.
Yeah, that was the
you
thing
know,
you
you've
talked
seen the
about.
facilities here at Safeco Field for the guys, and when they get on the road for the most part. In the minor leagues, you just don't have that.
Right. Josh Wilson.
No chance.
Good decision. Infield hit Marlon Byrd. As if the Texas Rangers don't have enough injury problems. Like Byrd coming up limping.
Take a look at it. Wilson maybe had a chance, but that little slip right there cost him. Byrd runs well. Yeah. Quad maybe.
Could be. I thought that was interesting how that, Wack was talking about the weightlifting. Obviously, he said, listen, you don't have to worry about so much upper body. Do some stuff, but for baseball, given the nature of the sport, the legs, he cited Teixeira, his ability to continue to be able to run as, he's not a fast runner, but to have the strength and flexibility. Well, yeah. See what they can get out of this. Go to first. Come down. Kinsley retired. Nice play, Josh Wilson. And Wack had been with, well, he's been around the American League West, so he'd been with Teixeira with these Texas Rangers a few years ago, and said there's a man's man right there, the way Teixeira prepares and is ready. And it's one of many things that is going to be impressed upon this Mariner group for next year. It'll be interesting to see how the body types look when we get down to Peoria in February, late or in early March. Two outs with a runner at second. Chris Davis hit that on the butt. Ichiro coming up. They're going to hold up Byrd. Ichiro and a good throw. Nicely done. Dave Anderson, the third base coach, had seen out. Marlon Byrd's a little bit perturbed. Didn't like that decision by his third base coach.
I think maybe it just hurt him a little bit more.
Ichiro very aggressive coming up.
I think maybe him putting on the brakes coming around third hurt him a little bit more.
I'll buy that. Certainly going down the line, first base line, when he got on board. Everybody saw that. Everybody knows Ichiro has a very good throwing arm. Andrew Jones. Rare sighting of Andrew at first base tonight.
What the pick he made earlier.
It was outstanding. When I wrote down the lineup and I saw Chris Davis DH at first base, I thought it was a flip-flop mistake. And then I look out in the field and there's AJ at first base. Two. runners at the corners here for Texas. Trying to get rid of him under Jones. And he does so. Very timely strikeout, the third of the night for Ian Snell. Keeps the score locked at 3-3 as we head to the home fifth. Well done.
Let's see if we get the Mariners some runs now.
Josh Wilson, Ichiro, and Gutierrez home fifth. Josh a strikeout victim in the third. Another McCarthy changeup got him. Drills this one. Going over, not going to get it is Julio Bourbon. Josh Wilson play in front of him. He'll hold with two. Josh Wilson with a leadoff double. Good start here for the Mariners. The 7th double this season for Josh.
Josh being very aggressive early in the count, gets a fastball out over the plate, hits it hard into the gap. Bourbon covers a lot of ground but couldn't catch up to this one.
Top of the order, Ichiro 0 for 2, lined out to Kinsler at second base his last time up. Good curveball. Two for 4 for Ichiro last night. Bunt goes foul. Dustin Nippert up and throwing. Second time for Dustin.
You know that fundamentally you're supposed to bunt the ball down the third baseline with a runner at second. But I think it would have been interesting to see Ichiro try Andrew Jones over at first base, see how he does.
He's going to get the runner over. Kinsler throws out Ichiro, productive out. Runner to third. Tomorrow, when the Mariners and Rangers continue their series, stop by the Mariners Care Silent Auction located at Section 128. This week's auction features a 2009 autographed Ichiro All-Star jersey, autographed game-used Jackie Robinson Day jerseys from Russell Brandon and Don Wakamatsu, baseballs autographed by Felix Hernandez and David Artsma, and more. All proceeds benefit Mariners Care, which proudly supports youth-based charities around the Northwest. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Franklin Gutierrez, 1 for 2, got a double last time up and scored. It was in the 4th inning. Mariners looking for their first lead of the night. trailing 2-0, 3-0, and then tied at 3-3 in the bottom of the fourth. Take a quick look at McCarthy sometimes. It's like he could be related to Nomar Garcia-Parra.
Yeah, I can see that. Seen Nippert up a couple times in the bullpen for the Rangers. Just the 70th pitch for McCarthy.
Three runs on 8 hits, no errors for Texas. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Josh Wilson with a leadoff double. Moved up to third on the Ichiro infield out. Field in close. 1-1. Bounced it up there, 2-1. Boy, how about that race in the American League Central? Jake Peavy. And then the Twins just went final. So now Minnesota game back with 2 to play. Zach Greinke will go against Minnesota tomorrow. Just a little bit tighter. There is a playoff. There'll be a playoff in Minnesota on Tuesday, not Monday, because of Monday Night Football. Green Bay Packers at the Vikings on Monday night.
So far, Gutierrez showing some good discipline at the plate, laying off some tough off-speed pitches for McCarthy, which his changeup has been the best pitch for him so far.
3-2 pitch. Young will hold the runner and get the second out. Mariner calendar. It's being brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Next 2 games here at home, and then the next time we show you the calendar, we'll be showing you action in March down in Peoria, Arizona. Jose Lopez, an RBI opportunity, 2 outs. Jose 1 for 2, an infield hit fourth, strikeout first. Goes the other way, and he's got his 94th RBI, and the Mariners take a 4-3 lead. Jose Lopez hits in consecutive innings, and he comes up big. So he's got 25 home runs and 94 runs batted in.
This is a big RBI. Anytime you have 2 outs, Mariners set things up early in the inning. Couldn't get the runner in with a ground ball at the third, but with 2 outs, Lopez has done this all year. Come up with some big 2-out hits for the Mariners.
The Mariners take the lead. On Washington, a long, slow walk out to the mound. Josh Wilson scores. McCarthy's night is done. Mariners have a 4-3 lead. Make sure you tune in tonight. Seahawks All Access gets you ready for Seattle's big matchup this Sunday. Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts. We're going to hear from the players and coaches, plus bring you the latest injury updates as the Hawks head into week 4 of the NFL season. Seahawks All Access tonight at 10:30 here on FSN. Boy, I'd wish nothing but good health to the Seahawks. Seems like every time you turn around, there's another guy going down injured. Be a tough task against Indy at Indy on Sunday. Ken Griffey Jr. is going to stand in against Dustin Nippert. Dustin Nippert, tall right-hander. Griffey 0 for 2 career against him.
Junior has homered in his last 2 starts. The ball hard down the right field line. His first at bat ended up going foul.
Junior with a strikeout on a changeup, and then on an 0-2 pitch in the 4th, flat out to the right. Hits the outside corner, 1-1. Junior with 18 home runs, 56 runs batted in. This is his 115th game. This is his 380th at bat. Nippert has done some starting for the Texas Rangers. A 3-1 count, Ken Griffey Jr.
A couple of changeups from Nippert. McCarthy was throwing a bunch of changeups to Junior. The idea on scouting reports, they've been pounding him up inside early in the season, and as it's gone on, they're starting to get back out over the plate with off-speed pitches.
3-1 pitch. Works a walk. So 2 outs, 2 on here for the Mariners in the 5th.
Mike Maddox take another trip out to the mound. Conversation with Nippert.
They've had some problems. Pitch. In Washington talking about his guys, big games now. The only guy that came up big in the last couple of weeks has been Kevin Millwood, the veteran.
Well, he has a lot of young pitchers, and it's experience that they're going through now.
They were in position there in late July. They were in first place, and they were in position early September to make a run on the Angels and didn't do it. Lopez at second, Griffey at first. Adrian Beltre swinging a hot bat last couple of nights. Breaking ball for strike 1. Adrian with an RBI single in the 4th. 4 RBIs last night. He really pulled the string again on him. 76 miles an hour.
Better breaking ball than the first one that he thrown. See that last one right at the bottom of the strike zone, kept the ball down.
Nippert's ready. Here comes the 0-2. Home runs, 44 RBIs for Beltre, counting the one he picked up in the 4th inning. Beltre gets time from home plate umpire Andy Fletcher. Ted Barrett at first, Craig Gibson at second, Tim McClellan at third. Got him on some high heat. Productive inning for the Mariners. 2-out base hit and an RBI for Jose Lopez. Mariners take a 4-3 lead. Good look at the field on the Hit It Here Cafe. Mariners just taking a 4-3 lead. Clutch Jose Lopez 2-out RBI single gives Ian Snell the lead as we begin the 6th inning. Snell in his last couple of outings, he went 6 2/3 up at Toronto. No decision last time out. Beat the Yankees in 5 1/3. Went 6 innings against the White Sox in a no decision, and got into the 6th against the Yankees. That was in Anaheim. That one fouled off. His longest stint, 6 2/3 his last outing against Toronto. Miguel Batista and Jason Vargas start off.
This sets up pretty good for him. This next pitch will be 90, so you figure this is probably his last inning. He has to deal with the 8-9 hitters, get back to the top of the order. His pitch counts, really had to work hard through that first inning, 24 pitches. But since then, he's been pretty good.
String there. Get even on the count, 2-2. Figured doing the bulk of the catching now with Jared Saltalamacchia done for the season. He's been done for a shoulder issue, circulation problem. 2-2 pitch. All three. Look at their share. Saltalamacchia, Hamilton, Cruz, Blaylock. Omar Vizquel on deck. Teagarden backs off. Off the fist, little pop up to Lopez, 1 out. Let's check out the Banner Bank building to the future. And coming up, Felix Hernandez over his last 24 starts, 17 games, 7+ innings, 2 or fewer runs, earned runs, and 10 games allowing 6 or less hits. Get on top of your game.
17 of those games, 7 innings plus, 2 runs or less.
Outstanding.
That is really strong.
Here's Vizquel 0 for 2. RBI ground out, fly out the center.
And with Sabathia not getting the win.
Well, he got pounded tonight.
He has a chance on Sunday. Tied the league lead with 19 wins. He won on the season.
Check down with Tim McClellan. Said Vizquel did commit, so he's in an 0-2 hole. Zach Greinke with that 2.06 ERA goes tomorrow against Minnesota. Fly ball right field. Each row about a half dozen steps. 2 outs. Crowd on hand here tonight. Fan appreciation night, 27,899. Here's Bourbon. Had a good night. Struck out looking, then he delivered an RBI single to center and base hit to left. Mariners with a sweep. Boy, kid said enough. With a sweep. Tied Texas for second place. Drops in the right field for base hit. 3 consecutive hits now for Bourbon.
Better pay attention to him with 2 outs.
He's got good speed. He's stolen 19 bases 22 times. Texas Ranger Club not afraid to run. They're second in the American League to Tampa Bay. 49 steals. It's impressive. Tampa starts the day with 190. To right field. Here comes Ichiro again. Puts it in his pocket. That'll do it. 6th inning in a book. Ian Snell, 4-3 lead for the Mariners. Sound transits the Link Light rail from Tukwila to Seattle. 10 stops along the way. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the FSN crew. Good crowd here. Almost 28,000 on Fan Appreciation Night. Mike Carp looks at strike 1. Carp with a big 2-run single in the 4th inning. Mariners tied it on that base hit. Off the end of the bat, that's a fair ball. How about this? Totally full down the line, hits the bag. A base hit from Mike Carp.
So far, 3 for 3 night for Carp. He's driven in a couple of runs in the game. Gets this one right off the end of the bat. It's rolling down the line. Been a tough play for Michael Young to get him out anyways, but once it hits the corner of the base, he can walk down there and get a hit.
There's no shorthand for hit it off the end of the bat, hit the bag, you got a base hit. Like one Adam Moore is 0 for 2. Moore had a base hit last night. One stole a base too. Struck out a couple of times.
Checking off some firsts this week. Home run, stolen base.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Good week. Tight. Here's all the ingredients you want in a catcher. Get size, throwing arm, ability to use soft hands. Skell, Kinsler, and they turn 2. Just the second double play turn tonight. Mariners did a 6-4-3 in the third inning. Skell, one of the all-time great shortstops. Former Mariner. There's Michael Saunders, 0 for 2. Saunders, the only regular who has not homered this year for the Mariners. Came close a couple of nights ago. Let's see him get one before the season's done on Sunday afternoon.
Well, it's the throwing motion of Nippert or the fact that he's so tall, but his 91-94 seems to jump on the hitters a little bit. He has a good changeup, which was that last pitch, but his fastball seems like he's throwing a little bit harder than what the gun is telling us.
Two and two.
Another good changeup.
He's featured a good one. Starter Brandon McCarthy did as well. He struck out 5. Ryan Williams-Smith, Tommy Hunter tomorrow. Felix Hernandez, Scott Feldman on Sunday. Fly ball left field. David Murphy near the line makes the catch. Double play. Fly out to left. If we face the minimum. 4-3 Rangers on the short end, and Miguel Batista is going to take over now for the Mariners. Let's take a look at our Quest high-speed pitch. Starting, Brendan McCarthy, Ian Snell, both gone now. Snell topping at 95.
And Ian, even though he struggled a little bit in the first inning with his pitch count, ended up again leaving the ball game with an opportunity to get a win. Saw the high speed at 95 miles an hour. Nice little slider. Yeah, terrific stuff tonight. Pitched around a pretty good offensive club in the Rangers.
100 pitches on the button for Ian Snell. And right now he stands, bullpen does its job to win his 6th game and close out the season on an upbeat note. Ian over his last 8 games, 5-1, a 2.80 ERA. Here's Miguel Batista. There are his numbers for this season. Face David Murphy. Marlon Byrd, here's a bouncing ball. First baseman Cartby's play. 1 pitch, 1 out. Batista, tough go on last Sunday at Toronto. Came in relief of Ryan Roland Smith, struck out the first 2 men that he faced, then gave up RBI base hit to Lind and RBI double to Barajas in Toronto. Jays wound up putting 3 spot on the board, and the Mariners lost 5-4. Marlon Byrd a walk and a couple of singles last time up in infield. Singles. Got away from Batista. Base hit through the hole. Marlon Byrd. 3 straight hits now from Marlon Byrd.
Yeah, he's been on base all 4 times tonight. Mariners have Garrett Olson up, throwing in the pen. Getting to that time again where you get to Olson, the lefty, here in the 7th if you need him, and then it's low in Ardsma probably.
Dangerous Ian Kinsler. 0-2 with a sacrifice. 31 home runs, 86 runs batted in. He's got 31 stolen bases. Texas at full strength. We usually see him in the 2-hole. Good hitter. At Andrew Park this season. Oh, 2.
Batista so far coming in doing what you want to do against the Rangers. Throw strikes, 6 pitches, 5 of them for strikes.
Don't want to make a mistake to this kid. 0-2. Miguel Batista's filled many roles here in his Mariner tenure. Around World Series winner in Arizona a few years ago. Left field line drive. Nicely done by Saunders. Long striding Saunders. Coming up with a big play.
He might on the line drives hits directly towards the left fielders. He might come in better than anybody we've seen this year. We've seen him make this play all the time, and the key is to get a good jump on it. But a terrific play again by Saunders. I've seen a number of balls get hit out the left field that I thought had a chance to be a base hit, but he always seems to be coming in hard and makes a nice play.
Lands correctly, doesn't hurt himself. Don Wakamatsu coming out. 2 outs, 1 on. Chris Davis will be the hitter. Going to bring in a left-hander, Garrett Olson. So Batista gets 2 outs here in the 7th inning. And the highlight of this inning, the Michael Saunders catch. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. country8.com. By Widmer, Ordinary Brothers Extraordinary Beer. And by Taco Del Mar, home of the $4.99 Mondo Burrito. Mariners going to their bunted bullpen, nursing a 4-3 lead. 7th inning here at Safeco Field. Fan Appreciation Night. Miguel Batista faced 3 hitters. Got 2 outs, aided by a nice catch in left field by Michael Saunders. And now Garrett Olson. And they want him to get Chris Davis. Left-handed hitter with some pop, 21 home runs.
Getting Davis would be the perfect scenario for Don Wakamatsu. He has Mark Lowe up in the bullpen right now with a couple of right-handers coming up next, but I think he'd rather have Mark come in and start the 8th inning. So if he can get Davis out, work out perfectly for Wakamatsu.
So behind 2-0. Chris Davis nursing some hamstring problems that he's had. And Ron Washington said it shortened up his swing and made him a little better hitter. Rough start early, sent down to the minors. He's come back to hit 21 home runs and drive in 57 runs. He did go, so home plate umpire Andy Fletcher, 2-1. Go fishing again. Ball gets away from Moore. Runner's got to get second easily. So pass ball allows Marlon Byrd to take second. Tying runs in scoring position.
Take a look at it. Another breaking ball. I don't know about a pass ball on that one.
He heard you.
Yeah, ball ended up in the dirt. That's a wild pitch.
Breaking ball misses.
Looked like a pretty good pitch, really, right on the corner. Moore did a nice job of catching it. Nice frame job. Didn't get the call.
He's run a full count here to Davis. Andrew Jones on deck. 3-2 to Chris Davis. 2 outs. Got him and then the ball got a piece, a big chunk of Adam Moore. Tries to walk it off. Davis fouling off that pitch keeps the at-bat alive. Marlon Byrd at second. Bouncing ball, Lopez is there. And Garrett Olson, Miguel Batista get the job done. So the bullpen power, the Spartan attitude comes through. We go to the home 7th. Mariners lead at 4-3. through 3. The Mariners put 3 on the board in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. And looking to build on that against Dustin Nippert, second pitcher used by Texas tonight.
Well, this is a good inning for them to do that. You have Wilson leading things up, but then you go right back to the top of the order.
0-2 to Josh. 1 for 2, each row on deck. This looked like he was headed to the dugout.
He
It's like that Nick Green against the Angels a few weeks ago. Line to center field, and Bourbon is there. Remember that when Nick Green, he knew he was punched out. He was headed back to the dugout, and they said no. Wound up next pitch, 3-2 pitch, walking. Inning continued. The Red Sox going and scored a winning run to beat the Angels. And that's when the Angels staff, Mike Socha and company, said, hey, that umpire crew was intimidated by the fans at Fenway Park.
Every hitter's been there. You take a pitch and you think it's over, and
I'm
right.
done. Okay, I didn't hear anything. That's good. That's cool. That works.
Yeah, exactly.
Ichiro 0 for 3. RBI tonight by Belcher. 4th inning, RBI single. Mike Karp singled in 2 in the 4th. 5th inning, RBI single by Jose Lopez, and a big one that was, with 2 outs. That gave the Mariners the lead at 4-3. Ian Snell out of the game, but pitcher of record for the Mariners. Full count.
See too many guys throw Ichiro a 3-1 changeup. Most of the time they don't want to walk him, so go right at him with a fastball. That was a really nice pitch.
Strikes him out with a nice pitch as well. So Nippert with his 2nd strikeout since coming on with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Visit the official online shop of the Seattle Mariners at mariners.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source at mariners.com shop. Two outs. Gutierrez. 1 for 3, runs scored, got a double. Leading off the 4th and came around and scored. Beltre RBI single. Nippert and McCarthy, 2 tall guys, have done a heck of a job throwing changeups today. Two and 1. Mariners are 6-10 against the Rangers this season. 3-3 here at Safeco. Down in Arlington, well, it's not been a lot of laughs. 3-7. Jose Lopez on deck, picked up his 94th RBI his last time up. To right center field. Going back. Bourbon, no, it's Bird making the catch. It's been a heck of a collision because Bird is built like a linebacker and runs really well. They got the job done. It wasn't pretty. 4-3 Mariners. Youngsters 14 and under receive a Moose poster thanks to Ivers and Kid Valley. Plus, all kids are eligible for fantastic prizes given away throughout the afternoon, including an opportunity to be an FSN junior broadcaster, Moose birthday party at Safeco Field, and a 2010 first pitch opportunity, autograph items, and more. Tickets, visit mariners.com. Get to the power portion of the back end of the Mariner bullpen with Mark Lowe. He'll face Andrew Jones, Taylor Teagarden, Omar Vizquel, 7, 8, 9. Lowe at 68 Ks in 78 plus innings.
And Lowe and probably Ardsma in the ninth are going to have to protect another one-run lead. Tell you what, if nothing else, those guys have definitely gained some experience in some pressure games this year.
To be sure. 33 and 20 in one-run games. 2-0. Extraordinary amount of one-run victories. Extraordinary amount of games, one-run games. I mean,
53 of them.
That's amazing. Paint job in the outside corner, 2-2. Jones tonight, a walk and run scored, hit into a double play and struck out. Gap shot. Nobody's gloving it. One hop off the fence. Jones will cruise in with a double to lead off here in the eighth.
He can still hit a good fastball. That last fastball was 98 miles an hour. Take a look at it from Mark Lowe. Middle in. Hit that ball hard. Wow.
Good pinch runner. That would be Esteban Herman take over for Jones.
And we'll see how Ron Washington wants to play it. See if Teagarden, only hitting .221 on the year, probably has him bunting. Mariners have the corners up, Beltre up, and Carp over at first.
Teagarden with a couple of sacrifices on his ledger. And at the corners, Teagarden doesn't give anything away. Charges from first. This is the bunt. Strike one.
He didn't look real comfortable, did he?
Not at all.
Slider from Lowe buckled him a little bit.
I'm trying to remember if we saw better bunting all around last year. I just think that the art is down all around baseball.
I would agree with that, but I think the Mariners have done a nice job of it overall this year.
Gutierrez having a super year. Uni, when he was here, did a good job. Gutierrez has 13 bunts, sacrifice bunts. Tying run at second. Now 1-2 to Teagarden. Taylor with a ground rule double in the second. Strike out and pop out. Lowe, who went to the University of Texas at Arlington, trying to come up with a big outing. And he gets one. Strikeout.
That is a huge out. You get an out and you're not able to move the runner up. You get a pinch hitter, it looks like. You look at this last pitch up in the zone, and he swings right underneath it, locked him up.
There wasn't much comfortable about that at bat at all.
No, nothing at all.
Elvis Andrus is going to pinch hit. Andrus played the role of pupil to tutor for Omar Vizquel.
I can't imagine having a better guy to work out with every day when you're a young shortstop.
Oh, man, look at that. Tell you what, Andrus impressed us immediately. Had a nice year. 260, 842 games, 6 home runs, 37 runs batted in. He's stolen 33 bases. Got some wheels. There's a pinch hitter. It's his first pinch hit opportunity here, and it comes in a big spot. Strike one. Mariners tying it with a run in the 5th. Gone scoreless and picked up just one hit against Dustin Nipper last couple of innings. Way inside, 1-1.
Nice play by Adam Moore. With as hard as Lowe throws, if he misses by a bunch at the plate, it's tough to catch up to it, but nice job by Moore.
Now you've got a pretty good runner. Esteban Herman pinch running for Andrew Jones, who led off with a double. He's at second base. Look at that breaking ball, 2-2.
That was a tremendous slider. Much improved pitch for Mark Lowe. Just off the plate away. Tough for any right-handed hitter to lay off of that pitch.
Big 2-2 pitch. We'll check.
Another terrific pitch by Lowe. Andrus able to hold up on this one. I think that he did. But a good pitch by Mark.
Action pitch here at 3-2. Walked in. Now the lead runs aboard. Top of the order now, Julio Bourbon, and he has been murdered the last 3 times up. RBI single, single to left, and a single to center. 3 for 4 with an RBI.
Rick Adair is going to go out and talk to Mark about pitching to Bourbon. 324 on the year.
Just the 43rd game for young Bourbon. Mariners want to get all 3 of these games. Both teams want to finish on the up note. For sure, winning seasons. Texas has second place right now to the Angels, who are division champs again. They want to hold on to it. One to Bourbon. He's got a 3-hit night. Marlon Byrd has banged out 3 hits. 2 hits for Chris Davis. One of the big hitters this evening for Texas. Infielded double play depth. One. It's 1-1. Now low, 1-2. We've seen this kid hit the ball 3 times hard for base hits, 3 for 4.
Find it interesting that they've decided to pitch him away the entire time. You'd think with Mark and his velocity, he'll be able to get in his kitchen a little bit, but everything's been away from him.
See what they go with here. 1-2. Bourbon gets time. Maybe Fletcher gives it to him. One-two pitch. Coming on Ichiro to his right. Makes a good strong throw. Cut off by Josh Wilson. 2 down now here in the 8th. That's a big out. Another one. 2 down here in the 8th inning. Casey Keller and the Sounders FC. They're going to head into a crucial battle tomorrow night with the defending MLS champion Columbus Crew. Seattle's going to be looking to remain in postseason contention and end the Crew's 22-game home unbeaten streak. Coverage kicks off at 10 on FSN and FSN HD. Another tough hitter, Michael Young. 1 for 4, first inning base hit. Since then, they popped him up to second. He reached on a fielder's choice and flied out to right. Full big time. Strike 1.
Yeah, I'm guessing first pitch fastball. Mark did a nice job of throwing a slider. You don't see Michael Young take a wild swing like that very often. Typically, he's pretty disciplined at the plate.
3 for 6 against Mark Lowe. Crowd of 27,899. Fan appreciation night here at Safeco Field. A lot of drama here in the 8th. The 0-1 to Young. Line drive. That's a base hit. Here comes Ichiro. They're going to wait the runner around. Here's Ichiro's throw. Got a chance. Didn't get him. Tie ball game at 4-4. Good speed by Herman as Michael Young delivers an RBI.
Take another look at it. Goes with another slider, and Young just punches it in the right. Didn't hit it real hard. Ichiro, nice try. You can see Moore trying to block the plate, sticking his shin guard out there, but Herman able to go around him and stick his foot back over the plate as he slides by. Another look. Just catches the corner of the plate.
Left-handed David Murphy coming up. Mark Lowe, he's done. On Wakamatsu summons Jason Vargas. Scores tied at 4-4 with the Rangers. They have the lead run at third base here with 2 outs in the 8th inning. Cool night here at Safeco Field on a Friday. It's Fan Appreciation Night. Rangers have just tied it up at 4-4. An RBI by Michael Young, sliding in just in front of the Ichiro throw, Esteban Herman. Now Jason Vargas asked him to get a tough left-handed hitter, David Murphy. Murphy 0 for 3 with a run scored. Look at Vargas's numbers. 2 down here in the 8th. So we've seen the Mariners come up with a big 2-out RBI in the 5th. That was Lopez, and then Young does likewise here in the 8th. Four runs on 12 hits for Texas. 4 runs on 8 hits for the Mariners. Murphy 0 for 1 against Jason Vargas.
Couple of quality pitches from Vargas. A breaking ball on the corner and then throws a fastball on the corner. Randy Messenger getting loose for the Mariners. The right-handed hitter Bird on deck.
3-0-2. Put on the ground to Josh Wilson. Throws across. That'll do it for the Rangers. Damage done though. Michael Young, a big 2-out RBI, ties the score at 4-4. We go to the home 8th with Lopez, Griffey, and Beltre coming up. With the long ball here at Safeco Field. Tuesday, thing of beauty. Coming against the Oakland Athletics. And then on Wednesday, likewise. On Wednesday, that was a first inning 3-run shot straightaway center field. Tuesday, it was a 5th inning 3-run shot to right. Aaron O'Day takes over as the new pitcher. A couple of defensive changes. Esteban Herman stays on. There he places Chris Davis at first base, and Elvis Andrus takes over at shortstop for Omar Vizquel. 1-1 here to Lopez. A couple of hits tonight. 2-out single in the 5th. There are the O'Day numbers. How many slingers have we seen this year? It's unbelievable. Right hand, big, tall right-handers dropping down.
It's coming back. A little slider right there. The Rangers outfielders are playing back towards the warning track, trying to take the double away. Michael Young, the third baseman, is guarding the line.
Kinsler going back, makes the play. Jose Lopez will need a new piece of equipment. 1 out here in the 8th. Ron Washington satisfied that O'Day got that job done. Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be the hitter. They're going to bring in a left-hander. In this 4-4 contest is going to be C.J. Wilson. Should be a good battle when we come back. Scott Feldman's had an outstanding year. He's come out of nowhere with those numbers against Felix Hernandez. Numbers that we expect from the 23-year-old right-hander from Venezuela. Ken Griffey Jr. going to be matched up against left-hander C.J. Wilson.
Wilson's a good one. He has a strong arm. He'll rush it up there in the mid-90s. You see the 80 strikeouts and just 71 in the third innings pitch. So Jr. will probably get a pretty good fastball to hit at some point in this at-bat.
Jr. 0 for 5 against Wilson. Might be his ninth. Wilson's given up 3 home runs at 71 and a third here in 2009. 1-0. Two strikes.
You can see 97 miles an hour on that last fastball. Wilson wanted to go away, ended up leaving it in the middle of the plate.
CJ had been the closer for this ball club. See the emergence of Frank Francisco with 24 saves. Wilson, he's got 14. 1-2 to Junior. Stops midway. 1-2. Broken bat looper, right field. Closing ground nicely as Marlon Byrd seemed to recover from a little quad injury he might have had. Got still a little bit of a hitch in his giddy up, but he makes the catch.
And I thought maybe it had a chance to drop in. You can see where Byrd started back by the warning track, but covers the ground. Again, played a lot of center field. He can cover some ground, but he was injured earlier in the game, and where he was playing, maybe that one might fall in for him.
Brings up Adrian Beltre, who's 1 for 3. He had a 1-out RBI single in the 4th. Drove in a couple runs last evening. Beltre 3 for 8 with a home run against C.J. Wilson. Ripped down the line. Beltre out of the box hard, making the turn. The left fielder Murphy will get it back in as Beltre eases into second with a double.
Adrian's been swinging the bat well. Ends up getting a fastball up in the middle of the plate. Take a look at it. Hits it to the left of Michael Young and still ends up with a double. Young playing no double. You can see he's right on the line. But he hits it so hard, even Murphy, who's playing back on the warning track, can't get over and cut it off. So it's an easy double for Beltre.
Another guy swinging a hot bat of late. Mike Sweeney's going to pinch hit for Mike Cart. Let's see if Sweeney can pick up that lead run. Another 2-out RBI in order for the Mariners. So they get the lead back in the 5th off the bat of Lopez. Sweeney's hit safely in 18 of his last 23 games, a .386 clip, 10 runs, 6 doubles, 4 homers, and 15 runs batted in. He's taking his batting average from .228 to .282. Sweeney's 1 for 2 against C.J. Wilson. Umpire Ted Barrett said he committed. Mike doesn't believe it. He's done a nice job pinch hitting. 5 for 10. 3 runs batted in. Yes. Off the fist. Wilson in charge right now, 0-2. Outfield not very deep for Sweeney. Fouls it off.
This is when it gets really tough as a hitter. You're 0-2. Pitcher on the mound can throw 97 miles an hour, and you have to protect just about everything. Fouled off a pretty good slider on that last pitch.
Wilson comes set, the 0-2 up high. Beltre's the runner at second. 2-out double. Runner goes. Here's a throw down to third. Safe.
Wow. This is just a terrific slide by Beltre. It looked like he was dead to rights at third. Take another look. He will slide and take his hand away as Michael Young tries to put the tag on him. Reaches back around. Wow.
That's some athleticism.
That's a gutsy play on Beltre's part too, with 2 outs. But he ended up getting in there. Wow.
2-2 to Sweeney. Beltre's 13th stolen base in 15 opportunities. A 2-2 to Sweeney. Strike 3 call. Mariners are done in the 8th. They leave the lead run stranded at third base. 4-4 is the score. And the new pitchers, the DA, David Ardsma. Came in last night, picked up save number 37. 4-2 Mariner win over Oakland. Make a case for Ardsma and Gutierrez for MVPs. I know the baseball writers, local baseball, the Seattle chapter gave it to Ichiro tonight. Ichiro certainly having a great season. Boy, you certainly can make a case for Goody at center and this guy, David Ardsma.
And Felix, for that matter.
Bird, Kinsler, and Davis's spot is going to come up. Blooper, Hanahan just in the game. Ball finds him immediately. 1 out. Quick out here in the ninth. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. There's Kinsler. Ardsma is the 6th pitcher used tonight by Don Wakamatsu. Kinsler 1 for 5 against Ardsma. That was a long ball.
Feel a little bit better about things here at Safeco Field than you would at the ballpark in Arlington, but the Rangers lineup, even with the guys that they have out of it, pretty tough one to work your way through. Nice pitch.
Did not go, says Ted Barrett. Blaylock, Cruz, and Hamilton, 3 big hitters, all with various injuries, not available. 2-2. Quick worker. Hardsman's ready. Beltre snags. Throw got him. Well, he's got 2 gold gloves in his back pocket over the last 2 years. That was a brilliant play.
And he shows a lot of range, too. He's guarding the line over towards third. You can't even see him in the picture yet. And here he comes. Makes a terrific play. That actually hit off the cut of the grass. Scrambles, gets up quickly. No panic in the throw at all. Nice accurate throw over to Hanahan. Terrific play.
Chris Davis. Earnest tonight. Ian Snell left the game with the lead. Batista, Olson, Lowe, Vargas, and now Ardsman. Base hit for Davis. And that'll bring up Esteban Herman, now playing first base. Pinch ran and scored the 8th inning. That was the tying run. A nice slide to just get around the catcher, Adam Moore. Much of a lead by Davis.
And that's another good test for Adam Moore, getting a chance to catch tonight and go into this game here in the 9th inning tied game. A lot of pressure behind the plate.
That first game he caught was 13 and he went 13 and change, didn't he? Or almost 13. Took something off, and that 2-1 missed. Tracer says he did. We had seen Herman earlier this year. Last year with the Royals and with the Cubs. Line drive, that's a base hit. Gutierrez cuts it off. Here come the Rangers with 2 outs. With 2-strike hitting by Herman. Taylor Teagarden's going to be the hitter. He's 1 for 4. Got a ground rule double in the second. Since then, a strikeout, a pop up, and a strikeout.
Looks like Gentry's going to pinch run for Davis out at second base.
Craig Gentry. Runners now, Gentry at second and Herman at first.
Hardsman threw that fastball right by Teagarden. He was really late on his swing.
Hardsman trying to get his team back in the dugout. Bottom third of the order is due up in the home 9th. A 1 pitch misses. A couple of quick outs and then a couple of quick base hits. Base hit to left, base hit to center. Hot water here for David Artsman, the Mariners. That's trouble. That's going to score the lead run as Gentry comes around. Herman to third. The throw into second holds Teagarden there, and he delivers an RBI, and the Rangers now have a 5-4 lead. That's their 15th hit this evening, and 3 hits in a row against David Artsman.
It looked like a hanging split. Take another look. It is. Stays right there in the middle of the plate, running back inside, and he pulls it down the line.
Walk's going to go out and get Artsman. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. So another good piece of 2-out hitting by the Texas Rangers. They did it in the 8th to tie it. Now in the 9th to take the lead as Randy Messenger will come on. 2 down here in the 9th. Wrap up the 09 season. Make sure you join us Sunday for the special season finale of Mariners All Access. GM Jack Zarincic gives his thoughts on the 2009 season and how he envisions the ball club looking in 2010. Plus, it's the best moments from Ken Griffey Jr.'s return season to Seattle. Mariners All Access Sunday at noon right here in FSN. Coming up tomorrow, 6:10 first pitch. Tommy Hunter will oppose Ryan Roland Smith. Elvis Andrus against Randy Messenger. Runners at the corners. Artsman ineffective tonight. Got first 2 outs and then gave up 3 straight hits and a run. What are the Messenger numbers? Hammered down the line. Fair ball. That's going to get Herman in.
Teagarden's running hard.
Teagarden waving him around. Here's a throw. Josh Wilson, home plate, not in time. And double taking the throw. And now they've blown it open.
It's right down the line. No chance for Beltre. And Teagarden, the catcher, running hard the whole way. You can see Saunders down the line trying to get it back in as quickly as he can.
Watch Teagarden as he comes around third a little bit. Had a little bit of a hiccup. Was able to get it back in a high gear. All of this damage coming with 2 outs.
Yeah, 4 consecutive hits now, including that double by Andrus.
First pitch from Messenger gets hammered. Top of the order. 7th hitter to the plate. Julio Borbon, who's had a fine night with 3 hits himself. Seven, 4 ball game. Left field, Saunders. Towards the line, damage done. Lots of it. 2-run Elvis Andrus double. RBI Taylor Teagarden. All of that coming with 2 outs. They're going to bring on their big horse, Frank Francisco, with a 3-run lead for Texas. With 3 2-out runs in the top of the 9th inning. Taylor Teagarden an RBI single and Elvis Andrus 2-run double. And now they bring on Frank Francisco, one of the solid closers in the American League. He's got 24 saves under his belt. And he'll face the bottom third of the order for the Mariners. 7, 8, 9. Adam Moore, Michael Saunders, and Josh Wilson. 51st game for Big Frank. 24 out of 28. Spent some time on the DL this year. 55 strikes against 15 strikeouts against 15 walks.
And he will rush it up there, so the guys are going to have to turn the bat speed up a little bit.
He used to be the setup guy for C.J. Wilson. The roles have been reversed. '93. A strike. Going 2 to Moore. Going 2 to Adam Moore. Texas bullpen done a nice job. Nippert, O'Day, and Wilson. 3 guys giving up just 2 hits, no runs. 2-2 to Adam Moore, leading off home 9th here for the Mariners.
Once you're reading those numbers, it's another reason why the Rangers this year have played much better. Their pitching, we know that they can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but their pitching has been a lot better this year.
2-2. Moore. Recall. 1 out. Second cold strikeout by them against the Mariners. Mike Sweeney pinch hitting in the 8th. Beltre in 3rd was called out on strikes. Here's Michael Saunders. He's 0 for 3 this evening. Strike 1. Francisco is being healthy as he's been all year. He's ahead 0-2.
You see the velocity of his fastball starting to go up, 95 miles an hour on the last one.
Francisco, 10th in the American League with 24 saves. One and two. Saunders an 0 for 3 night. One, two. Saunders on Wednesday tripled off the right field wall. Also had a base hit in that game. 2 for 4. Two here. Strike 3 call. That's 3 in a row called out on strikes. 2 outs here in the 9th. Two outs, bottom of the 9th. 9-hole hitting shortstop Josh Wilson, the Mariners' last home. Right field coming on Bird. That does it. And with that 7-4 win, the Texas Rangers assure themselves of finishing second place in the American League West. Not a good night for the Mariners. Bullpen didn't get it done as Lowe gives up the tying run. Ardsma comes up and gives up 3 earned runs in the 9th inning.